Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Lance from NerfThis.TV. Today we're having a look at two of the more popular keyboard cases for the iPad Pro from 2019. The Brydge Pro case as well as the Logitech Slim Folio Pro. Slim, good one. Both of these keyboards have a fairly decent battery life. The Logitech Not So Slim Folio Pro has a advertised battery life of 3 months. And the Brydge I Want to Be laptop case has an advertised battery life of 12 months. As I have yet to be using these cases for 3 months or longer, I can't really say if those estimates are accurate. So I think we can safely say that your usage will fall underneath that somewhere, depending on, well, your usage. The Logitech I found to be a pretty decent typing experience with my not so dexterous fingers. And the backlit luckily does backlight both the sub key options as well as the main key options, which is a pet peeve of mine, and it doesn't bleed too much, which is also great. The Brydge keyboard to me is slightly better to use, but I think that's more a case of I'm used to using in MacBook Pro, so it feels more familiar using the Brydge. The keys they're okay, you can get used to them fairly easily, and the backlit is also pretty good. There's also not too much bleed. The plus for the Logitech is of course the protection that it gives. This is a very bulky case. That's why my smirk / chuckle about the whole Slim Folio Pro in the name. It is not slim. Not even by a long shot is it slim. But it does offer amazing protection for your iPad, and the cost of these iPads these days, that's a good thing. As well as some protection, not complete protection, but some protection for your pencil in its charging position. It also has a little slot that you can slide your pencil into if you're traveling a distance and don't want it moving around. I personally have never used it because, well, it works just fine by sitting on the charging place and having the decent amounts of protection that the flap offers anyway. Also the fact that with the Logitech you can disconnect it, and these are strong magnets, just so you know, and lay it down so that you can still do your bit of drawing or media consumption when you're lying in bed or whatever the case is. And because it has that magnetic connector, it'll actually disconnect the keyboard, so you don't have to worry about switching it off, switching it on. And as you saw there, that's a fairly decent magnet, so you can basically pick it up and it's not just gonna fall away. On the Brydge side, unfortunately, you don't have any protection for your pencil, so it'll be exposed whether it's lying in your bag or you're traveling or whatever the case is, and is subject to basically the same things that could happen to it if you didn't have any protection whatsoever on your iPad. Also, if I want to take the iPad and actually do some media consumption lying in bed at night or on a couch or whatever the case is, and I want to do a little bit of drawing or watch some movies and Netflix, etc., then I actually have to take it out completely and turn it around and put it back in again to the Brydge, which to me seems like a pretty pointless exercise if you're going to have to go through all that extra trouble every time that you want to use it for media consumption. Also, this magnetic case that, well, protection that comes on the back for the back of your iPad, it doesn't feel super solid when it's on there. It feels like, if you shake it too much, it's just going to fall off. Although, I mean, Apple has their own magnetic covers, which basically also only protect for scratches and that type of thing. If you drop that thing on the side, it's probably going to break. The same with this. There's no extra protection like the Logitech has, which, on your corners and all that type of thing. If you drop that thing, I'm pretty secure that I'm going to come out with maybe some scratches on my case, and that's about it. The Brydge seems to be more of a niche product for people that are yearning to have their iPad Pro as close as possible to a MacBook. And as such, it does a very good job. It is built very well. It's heavy, it's cold to the touch like aluminium should be, and it's got a long lengthy battery, which I can understand considering the size of the device itself. It's not light, and it's definitely not unobtrusive like, you know, some people might want it. But if that laptop look and feel is what you're after, then this is definitely going to give you the closest to that. As long as you are prepared not to want to use your iPad for, you know, things, or not too much things besides your productivity, you know, your typing and that type of thing, then that is definitely the way to go. If of course you are like me and you like to dabble in all types of things, including my little bit of productivity, then the Logitech Not So Slim Folio Pro is definitely the way to go. It is also built very well, and it's definitely going to give you some protection. Another thing the Brydge has that Logitech doesn't is you can pretty much have any viewing angle that you want. So when you put your device into the Brydge and you can move it back to a decent viewing angle for your typing, there's pretty much no limit to what you can do with it as far as viewing angles goes. The Logitech, because it's got the one magnet where it connects to the keyboard, actually I'm using that wrong. It doesn't actually connect to the keyboard. What it does is it basically tells the keyboard that it's now connected, and the Bluetooth then makes sure that it's connected. And when it doesn't sense that magnet against the keyboard, then it just disconnects the keyboard, which makes it easier, as I said before, for viewing, etc. But you are then limited to that one angle. So as long as you're happy with that angle for your typing and that, and I must admit it's a pretty decent angle, I don't know that I would want to change it while I'm typing on a table or desk, but that is something to bear in mind if you are looking for something with multiple angles. This is again not it. As I'm sure you can gather, I am more in favor of the Logitech case for my own personal usage. In fact, I have been using it ever since I got it. That's not to say that the Brydge is bad, it's just I feel a niche market that I'm not part of. If you are part of, this is an awesome product. It's built well, it's not super cheap, but then neither is the Logitech Not So Slim Folio Pro. So I'm for now going to keep using the Logitech case over the Brydge case until such time as Logitech finally gives me the Slim Combo case like I've been wanting ever since I got my new iPad Pro. I hope you found this video useful. If so, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the like button to show your appreciation. I'll also be placing links in the description below for any products that we've mentioned in this video. They are affiliate links, so you can support us with no extra cost to yourself by using those links if you do decide to buy. Or if you'd like to support us, then you can buy me a cup of coffee with the links supplied below as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.